Today we have a song that my wife loves so much that I think I've heard it probably 100 times in the past 4 months, or since it's come out in March, maybe even more. But like, regardless, it's a phenomenal track, and we're listening to "Fast Car" by Luke Combs, or technically by Tracy Chapman, but it's been covered a thousand times by so many different artists, and it's just one of those songs that just like will last forever in music history. And what I find really interesting about this song is the cover that Luke Combs did has become so popular that I debate that it is becoming, it's almost to some degree like a new Hallelujah by Jeff Buckley, in the sense that like most people know Hallelujah from Jeff Buckley's version. They don't even know that Leonard Cohen wrote it. And for example, another addition to that would be like Knocking on Heaven's Door, which I didn't realize was written by Bob Dylan. I always thought it was a Guns N' Roses song. I could see very much "Fast Car" becoming that song for Luke Combs and Tracy Chapman, in the sense that like I know "Fast Car" because I'm a musician, and like I know that it's been around forever, and like I cover it and stuff, like. But I don't know if most 18 to 25-year-olds, I mean, I'm older than 25, but like, in that, I'm saying that maybe, for example, listen to this "Fast Car" version, especially country music fans. I don't know if they would know that this isn't Luke's song, which is pretty crazy. Like he gets credit like for this ridiculously good song, but he didn't write it, but he also did a good cover. It's just, the music industry is a very interesting thing. Regardless, I think it's a great song. He does a great version. I hear it everywhere I go, including in the car with my wife. So let's get down and break it down, because I've never actually intentionally listened to it like as a breakdown. So cleanly recorded.
You got a fast car, and I wanna take it to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. You got a
Let's talk production, because it kind of stays the same for the first like 3 minutes, which is funny. So we obviously have his voice right in the center of it, and then from there we have a couple of other things that kind of come in and out of different things. So for example, in and out of the song. So we started off with kind of like the slide guitar coming in. We have the acoustic that's pretty steady throughout, but there's a couple of layered acoustics. We have the main acoustic that's doing the riff. We have some strums that just came in. We have a shaker that came in, and that drum sound that you're hearing is actually what we call a rim shot. And what's happening is the drummer is, instead of taking the stick and hitting the center of the drum, you're actually like holding the stick and like this. This would be a perfect example. So instead of like hitting like boom like a regular snare, you're actually kind of like almost to something. Most of them I think rest it here. I'm not a drummer. I think they rest it here. I don't know exactly if they rest it, but what they're doing is they're going and hitting the rim, the outer rim of the snare, and that's giving that exact snare sound instead of the regular typical snare drum sound. And that's kind of what we got. And then I said the shaker that came in.
I got a plan.
So rim shot.
Out of here, been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money. Won't have to drive too far, just to cross the border and into the city.
Far pan on that swelling guitar. Layered actually acoustics.
Live with the bottle, that's the way it is. Said his body's too old for working. His body's too young to look like his. So mama went on.
Ooh, I've heard this 100 times. See, this is okay. This is the hardest part of being somebody that makes my own, like as a producer, somebody that makes my own music and releases my own music. I've heard it 1,000 times, but I also acknowledge it is 1,000 times. The hardest part of mixing your own music is when you write something, when you put something into a song, whether it be a lyric, whether it be a string, whether it be a guitar riff. When you do that, you are so proud of it that you want it to be heard. The problem is that, or the hard part is that so often we want everything to be heard all the time, and it becomes like this wall of sound. Where like some of my favorite songs, I've heard 1,000 times, and on 1,001 time, or 1,001st time, I'm like, I've never heard that guitar riff before, and I've heard this song so many times, and now for the first time, I'm hearing there's a dotted eighth note electric guitar in the left ear, which makes me curious to wonder if that swell we're hearing is not actually like a lap steel, but it's actually a guitar player doing volume swells. Because now I'm hearing clean dotted eighth note delays. Listen to the left ear.
His body's too young to look like his. So mama went off and left him.
Sounds like The Edge, like U2. So let me explain that a little. Da Date with delay. If you're not familiar with music, delay. I don't know why we call it delay in music. It's really echo. And echo. Da Date is the rhythm that they're using. It gives this kind of galloping, like da like da 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 kind of rhythm to the echo.
So I quit school and that's what I did. You got a fast
Guitar left here
car.
is so nice.
Fast enough so we can fly away. Still gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live or die this way.
Introducing the harmony there.
So I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us, and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. You got a fast car. We go cruising, entertain ourselves. Still ain't got a job. So I work in the market as a checkout girl. I know things will get
Let me
better.
pause right there. That's one thing I'm surprised. That could be a giveaway. That, like, maybe he didn't write the song, or maybe he's writing it from somebody else's perspective. Like, that he didn't change the pronoun right there. I'm surprised he didn't say as a checkout boy. You know, like, that's it's one thing that I heard this. I'm like he made this so much his own that I'm like, why wouldn't you just change that one word? I don't know. Then let's talk about, like, the reason I had that face is I was like, I've been getting into it with my own songs a lot, making recording my own drums, which is a beast that I'm like don't really love, but I kind of want to learn how to do it. But it's a lot of work, man. It's so much work. Regardless, and the reason I made that face is because I was surprised at how distant the cymbals sounded. They were pretty like they have a very distant feel to them, which is very interesting. I don't know, it's cool. As just somebody that produces my own drums, I was just surprised to hear that. I was going to say something else. I don't remember what I was going to talk about. Oh, the acoustic guitars. One more thing to talk about with the acoustics is the phasing of them. So what's happening is there's two acoustic guitars panned slightly left and right, maybe like 15 degrees each, maybe 20 degrees each. It goes up to 64 in each direction. So they're probably like right here. And they are almost perfectly in time with each other. But sometimes when you do that, when you play two of the same riff, you get something called they go out of phase. And the waveforms that are like, well, you have one waveform like this, and you have another because it's two instruments. They should be in sync. But what happens if you have one? They're alternative. Then the up part, the hill of one meets the valley of another, and they cancel each other out and creates this weird kind of sound. And that's obviously not happening here. So it's well recorded, and they obviously check the phase. I mean, we're talking ridiculously high level production here. Of course, they're checking the phase, but I just want to say that it sounded good.
You'll find work and I'll get promoted, and we'll move out of the shelter.
It's such a sad song.
House, live in the suburbs. So I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us, and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that
They had electrics now too.
I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone.
It's a funky sounding bass.
You got a fast car.
It's like an open mouth
I got
bass.
a job that pays all our bills. Stay out drinking late at the bar. See more of your friends than you do your kids. I always hope for better. Thought maybe together you and me'd find it. I got no plans, I ain't going nowhere. Take your fast car and keep on driving.
Nice slapback delay on the vocals.
So I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. City lights
Tight
lay
harmony.
out before us, and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged.
Shaker's still going.
I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone.
I gotta say, for a quote unquote simple, if I could even use that term, country track, in the sense of like it's just like there's not a ton of parts going on, if that makes sense, but there's a lot of production going on. Like there's, for example, there's not a ton, like when I say that, it's like not 57 guitar riffs. It's like 4 different things, but they like are doing a lot with them. They're layering them left and right. They're, adding echoes and panning them certain ways and layering every guitar. Like there's a lot of production to the relatively quote unquote simple writing, high level production, if that makes sense. It's cool. I didn't realize how much was actually really in this. We're about to get to the end of the song, and you can see on Apple Music it shows you who wrote the song, and it's just crazy. It's literally just, here I am looking. I've been filming a couple videos today, and like all the songs have a couple names at the end of it. It's like, so and so, so and so, so and so. It's like, but just to see Tracy Chapman for such one person for such a huge song, it's remarkable that humans can do these things, man. It's unbelievable. That song can touch so many people. It's written by one person, probably written in like their bedroom. Like it's just so crazy. Oh man.
You got a fast car. Is it fast enough so we can fly away? Still gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way.
Love that swelling in their left ear. I would have loved to see the behind the scenes of recording this, man. He's got such a great voice. It's crazy. Phenomenal track. Phenomenal artist. Like, I mean, my wife loves his music. Like, so, I mean, he's great. But I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. As if you, like I said, I'm a musician myself, so the best way to support the channel is checking out my own original music. And if you have any requests, send me a text. Let me know what you want to see next. God bless and peace out.